Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW IX WWE Challenge Run here today. I hope you're doing well. We're back here on Monday night to continue our build up towards Bash in Berlin. We had a big show last week. If we just have a look, Gunter and Ilja had to team up and they beat the Creed brothers. They're fighting at Bash in Berlin if you need some catching up. Asuka and Lyra advanced. They'll be fighting tonight. It's going to be Asuka and Lyra, and Io and Natalya, and the winner of those two matches are going to fight at Bash in Berlin one-on-one as we crown our inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. We got Jey Uso taking on Pete Dunne tonight as well. In number contenders match for the Intercontinental to find out who's going to fight Bron Breakker at Bash at Berlin. And I mean, I'd be remiss in not pointing out the biggest thing of all. Masked Magic did defeat Neo Judgment Day to win the WWE World Tag Team titles. Ray and Dragon Lee did it thanks to Tom Hardy. If you need any context on that statement, you should probably go watch the previous episodes. But hey ho, without further ado, let's just jump into things here as we continue to build up to Bash of Berlin with another episode of Raw. And we waste no time as out comes Ilja Dragunov, the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. And he's down for a fight here at the Charleston Coliseum. Ilja Dragunov wants to go. And he says no better man for him to take on right now, he believes. Heading into his inevitable confrontation with Gunter for that World Heavyweight Championship. Then Gunter's right-hand man himself, the man he has fought previously as well, Ludwig Kaiser. And Ludwig Kaiser happily comes out, happily obliges with that for 51. Ludwig Kaiser says he will happily take out Ilja Dragunov, fight him and beat him right here, right now, tonight, in this ring on Raw. And then if there's any part of you left come Bash at Berlin, then the Ring General, Gunter, will happily finish the job. I start tonight. For 51... And then we have that match. Ilja Dragunov, Ludwig Kaiser. I've set it to a wild brawl because that's how I imagine it. They're just going to be going stiff. They're going to be going hard. Tough, hard strikes. Not holding anything back. They want to hurt each other. Ilja Dragunov looks like he's getting some sick pleasure from the pain, though. And enjoying it quite a lot. In the end, they battle it out. And after the hellacious war they go through to kick off Raw, it is Ilja Dragunov who gets out on top, hitting Torpedo Moscow on Ludwig Kaiser to get the win for 72. Happy with that. 50 for the crowd, 66 for the wrestling, 75 Ilja, 57 Ludwig. That's fine. Crowd heat simmering because the opening promo didn't get the highest rating, but you know, we got some stuff in the show that will build up throughout the night, so I can live with that. Ilja Dragunov gets his arm raised, another little bit of momentum, beating Gunter's right hand man here. Ludwig Kaiser beaten. Ilja Dragunov looking very much ready for that World Heavyweight Championship collision course he is on with Gunter. That is sure to be an absolute banger. I mean, he's getting 75s. Gunter's getting in the mid to high 80s. This is going to be a good match. I think Bash at Berlin, the card is really shaping up and is really, I think it's going to really fully take form tonight for the all the matches. I think by the end of tonight, you'll probably you'll be able to see what the whole card's going to be, even if it's not fully finalised till next week in some areas. But yeah, this should be good. Oh, I'm excited. As we go backstage too, those men are new World Tag Team Champions. Masked Magic of the LWO, Rey Mysterio, who is a 7-time... Well, it's weird. WWE, right? Rant for a second. WWE calls Rey Mysterio a 5-time champion. He's won 5 tag titles in WWE. So he would be a 6-time champion for me now. But if you count his WCW titles, he was an 8-time champion. And so he would be a 9-time champion now. So you're wondering why I called him an 8-time champion after last week. For some reason, my TW save only had him as 2 WCW tag titles. So I thought he was a 7-time. But he's an 8-time. So a 9-time. But hell, if WWE want to call him a 5-time, I'll call him a 6-time. So sorry, Ray, you've gone down twice in the last week. But 6-time tag team champion, the legend, future Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. And they're looking for 2 men in particular. The New Day. And the New Day congratulate Rey and Dragon Lee on the tag titles. You know, it's good those titles are off Finn Balor and, you know, JD, the whatever Judgment Day they're calling themselves these days, you know, they held this title for over 2 months. They never defended them, and the first time they try to, you guys are there. And look at you now. And Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, thank you. And Rey Mysterio saying that him and Dragon Lee were talking. And it's good they bring that up. Yeah, JD and Finn, they never defended these titles, but Rey and Dragon Lee, they don't want to be like that. They want to defend these titles. And they were talking about who they want to defend them against first, and they can't think of any team better than the New Day. All the tag titles they've won, the lengths of their reigns, the quality and ring they possess. Rey says there is no other team on the planet they would rather fight for these titles than Kofi and Xavier. For a 56, Kofi and Xavier happily will accept that. Later tonight, World Tag Titles on the line. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, Masked Magic, defend the gold, will look to, against the New Day. Will Rey and Dragon Lee get a defense under their belt, or will their reign be over before it ever really starts? And the New Day adding another title to their collection. Dragon Lee was held back by the language barrier. I guess I need to have a look. I am at the Talk to Worker section, if I can tell him to learn English. Talk to Worker Dragon Lee, I'm just going to make a note to myself. Because if I can tell him to learn English, that would be very helpful. He's got Rey Mysterio to translate in a minute, but still 56, happy with that, and a good match booked for later tonight. But for right now, we're carrying on with the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament, and it's Io Sky versus Natalya. Io Sky defeated, I recorded that episode a ways back. Io Sky defeated Shayna Baszler or Sonya Deville, I think, one of them, to get here. And she's taking on Natalya, who defeated Dakota Kai. Sorry. Oh, I have to laugh when I say that statement. Thanks to interference from Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I have to quantify it with that, or else it will piss me off as well. And I did it to myself. But yeah, you know, the women just go at it. You know, Natalya wanting to prove something, the most experienced woman on the roster. Maybe never really got the flowers she thinks she deserved, but if she was the first Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Intercontinental Championship, you know, a title that's been in her family so much, the men's version at least. If she could be the first woman to hold it, that would be boat level shit. And there's Io Sky. Io Sky so recently was WWE Women's Champion, you know, and she wants gold round her waist. And we're being real with ourselves. Intercontinental title feels like it would suit her if you think about the kind of style and everything that's been accustomed to it in the past in the men's division. But alas, the two women go at it, only one come out on top, and in the end, it's Natalya who is defeated by Io Sky. Sorry, I just wanted to give Connell like a mini heart attack for like half a second. Yeah, Natalya gives it her best, but Io Sky does come out on top thanks to that beautiful moonsault of hers. I told him to steal the show, but it was Natalya, so, you know, she got a 56 is still pretty good off her game. 66 Io. Got the crowd buzzing. They're hot and rising now. We love that. They just needed to watch Natalya wrestle to really get going. 68 for the match. 61 wrestling. 52 crowd. Good stuff. Io Sky does obviously advance to the final. Will she be taking on her Damage Control partner, Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, or Lyra Valkyria at Bash at Berlin for that Women's Intercontinental Championship? We are gonna have to wait and see. But I'm excited. Io Sky against either of those two is banger written all over it. So it's just whichever way the cookie crumbles. As we go backstage, and Liv Morgan has just exited General Manager Adam Pearce's office. She goes over to Raquel Rodriguez and Dom. Finn and JD aren't here. And she said she's just had a word with Pearce. And she's got some really good news, because tonight's going to be a really amazing night for Neo Judgment Day. Okay, now obviously Finn and JD aren't here after last week. But first of all, going off that, Dom, what you're going to do tonight is you're going to deal with that phony star, Tom Hardy. Okay? You need to show him what happens when you mess with Neo Judgment Day. And Raquel Well, I have some great news for you. Because I was talking to Pierce. And, well, as the Women's World Champion, that, gets you a certain amount of influence. And so tonight, you and I are going to be competing for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And we're going to be bringing some tag gold back to Neo Judgment Day. For a 64, Liv on a mission to get tag gold back in Neo Judgment Day with Raquel Rodriguez. And for, Dirty Daddy Dom to deal with Tom Hardy, which is an insane statement to say 15 episodes into the series, but I start as I mean to go on, I tell ya. But yes. And then we go, yeet, to Jey Uso. And Jey Uso says that this is what you've been waiting for, dog. Main event Jey Uso. In the main event of Monday Night Raw, fighting against Pete Dunne. A shot at the Intercontinental Championship on the line, up for grabs. Yeet. This is what he's been dreaming of. This is what he's got salivating for. Moments like this. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting to be back in that main event and to prove that main event Jey Uso can be a singles champion in this business. And the Intercontinental Championship, that's a hell of a championship to get your hands on. So tonight in the main event, yeet. Against Pete Dunne, yeet. I'ma whoop his ass and pin him flat, yeet. And then a bash at Berlin Braun Breaker. I hope you're ready. Because main event Jey Uso is gonna show up, rock that crowd, stand up, show out, and leave Intercontinental Champion. For an 83, really good on the mic is our Jey Uso, isn't he? He is really good on the mic. And yeah, main event. On Raw especially, SmackDown main event-wise has definitely been dominated by the WWE title picture. It's got Cody and Roman in it, and then it had Cody and John, so how could it not? But Raw-wise, I've been trying to spread it around quite a lot. Because you have your world title, Cody, Gunter and Ilja, Drew Seth and all that. Obviously, Liv and Rhea main evented at Bad Blood in the pay-per-view. Last week, the tag division was the main event of the show. Tonight, the Intercontinental division is the main event of the show. And I'm just kind of trying to highlight all the different divisions, give them all that chance in the spotlight to show what they can do. Because I think it's good. I think it keeps it fresh when you're moving things up and down. Gunter and Ilja is going to be a bagger. And it's a really good program, I think, that I'm enjoying. But it doesn't always have to be right at the top of the card. We can move it throughout. It opened the show last week. It opened the show tonight. And that's fine. It'll probably close the show next week with a contract signing or something. And that's also perfectly fine as well. It's just how it is. But I like kind of moving things around. So it's not always kind of, this program's going to be the end of the show. This one's right here. This is at the start, I like keeping it fresh. It keeps it more enjoyable for me. As we go to that tag team division, which made event last week, and they're a bit earlier in the show tonight, but it's going to be a banger nonetheless. Masked Magic and the New Day for the gold. Both teams just give it all they've got. Masked Magic are keeping up the pace. New Day keeping up with them as best they can, the old timers. I'm sorry, no, they're not. They're not old timers. If they're old timers, then Lord, what the hell am I? But yeah, both teams going at it. In the end, Dragon Lee in the ring with Kofi, and Kofi setting up. He's clapping. He's ready for trouble in paradise. But before he can hit it, he's suddenly grabbed and slammed to the mat by Brutus Creed. As Xavier, watching on, is slammed down by Julius Creed, and the Creed brothers quickly attacking Masked Magic as well before they can intervene. Clearing house, German suplexes for everybody. The New Day get the win here by disqualification, but they won't pick up the titles, obviously, because disqualification. But still, 75, really good match. 68 for the wrestling, 56 for the crowd, 76 Dragon Lee, 66 Kofi, 68 Ray, 62 Xavier. Dragon Lee, amazing in ring. If he could speak English, the world would be his oyster. He'll get there. But yeah, New Day get the win. But thanks to that Creed Brothers appearance, this vicious, more brutal Creed Brothers that Chad Gable's brought out, wherever Chad Gable is after that program with Uncle Howdy, they're not tag champs. let me prepare my voice. Because we go to a church as Reggie walks up and puts on the mask, ready to read from the holy scripts. On the 6th day, having created the light and the dark, the day and the night, the firmament, the heavens, the waters, the earth, the sea, the plantation, the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds, and the sea creatures, he said, let the earth bring forth the living creatures according to its kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth, each according to its kind. And so he said it, so it was. As he said it, so it was. And he made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And he saw that what he made was good. He saw that what he made was good. And he said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So he created man in his own image. In the image of himself, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Then he blessed them. And he said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. As he said it, so it was. So he said it, so it was. And he said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And as he said it, so it was. So he said it, so it was. Then he saw that he had made everything that he had made. And indeed he saw that what he made was good. And that was the 6th day. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. 42. Damn it, I love scripts. I'm going to miss these. I still am going to miss these promos like I'm ever going to stop them. I'm having too much fun. These are going on forever. That's the 6th day. 42. I think he's getting better on the mic at least. Yeah. On the 6th day. If you know anything about the story, we got one more day left. Next week on the Go Home episode heading into Bad Blood, into Bash at Berlin. The 7th day. Wonder what happened there. You might think you know. You're going to have to wait and see, aren't you? Oh, scripts, baby. Not going to be alone. Not going to be alone for long. Speaking of people talking, though. Oh, God, why have I put these back to back? I'm doing so much talking. Out comes Seth Rollins. Burn it down, baby. Seth freaking Rollins. Not on Netflix yet. And Seth says he's seen Drew McIntyre bitching and moaning and crying as always. It's all he does, honestly. Because nothing's ever Drew's fault. He can never lose just because he's not good enough. No. It has to be someone else's fault. It has to be CM Punk's fault. It has to be Seth Rollins' fault. Can't be Drew's fault. Perfect little Drew. Well, guess what? You lost. You're not world champ. You lost at Mania, you lost then, you keep losing, Drew, and that's on you. Not me. But hey, you want to keep bitching and moaning? Hell, maybe my knee might not be 100%, maybe my back might not be 100%, maybe my neck might not be 100%. But I am fit and well enough to kick your ass anytime! Crowd goes wild, music hits, Drew McIntyre. Angry look on his face. You know, he goes to a backstage cam. He's making his way quite hastily. Adam Pearce rushing to him, telling Drew to calm down. Drew just kind of shoves Pearce against the wall and continues on his merry way. Through the curtain. as Drew running down to the ring, slides in, massive brawl breaks out between Drew and Seth. They're punching it out. Security floods into the ring, separating the two men. You know, they get them into the two corners. Drew pushes them off and jumps across to fight Seth, dragged back to his corner. Seth does the same, dragged back to his corner. In the end, Pierce out. You know, calling orders. Everyone's there. Refs, road agents, some of the bigger superstars we got back there who will come and help. And yeah, Drew gets dragged up the ramp. Seth in the ring, laughing, you know, pissing Drew off even more for a 69. It continues to heat up between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins here. It's so weird. This feud started. This feud ran off of Drew and Punk's feud, which ran off of Punk and Seth's feud. It's running off of everything. But I'm having a great time. And I'm still bloody talking because here's Pete Dunne. Jey Uso, you can say what you want. You can make up as many stupid words as you need to. Because I don't need words. I need actions. And the actions I'm going to do is I'm going to break your fingers one by one. And I'm going to lay you out on that mat till you can't move. And I'm going to beat you. And then at Bash at Berlin, Bron Breakker, I'm going to beat you too. I'm going to take your title. And the Bruiserweight is going to be on top where he belongs. For a 49. I think I nailed the Pete Dunne impression, honestly. I really have to kind of scrunch my nose for it. I'm glad we don't have a webcam. But yeah, hot crowd. Pete Dunne's ready. Main event later tonight. Pete and Jey. Should be a banger. Women's tag titles now. The Unholy Union taking on Neo Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. We just let the teams go at it. As always. You know. I don't think I've given them any kind of specific instructions like steal the show or anything. I've just said, have a match. Have a wrestling match. Figure it out. Raquel's using her strength. Liv Morgan's staying out of it as much as possible. You know, only trying to like tag it in when she thinks it's about to be over and she's going to get the pin. In the end, Raquel, the legal woman with Isla Dawn. Referee takes a little bit of a bump. You know, Raquel goes after Alba Fire, hits her with a cheap shot, ref going to check on her, like, hey, what the hell was that? You know, going out on the ring to check on Alba Fire. Raquel Rodriguez grabs a hold of Isla Dawn in the ring, picks her up, ready for the powerbomb she does. The name I can't forget, starts with a ch. As out of nowhere, running and jumping in from the crowd and sliding in, steel chair in hand, smashing it over Raquel Rodriguez's back, is Dakota Kai. Quickly over to the corner before she can really react as well and smashes it into Liv Morgan. And then one another shot to Raquel Rodriguez and then quickly out the ring before the ref can notice. You know, thankfully, referees are deaf and they don't hear the chair shot sounds. As Alba back to her feet and climbs up, Isla over, tag in. They hit their tag finisher on Raquel, who's also just had 3 chair shots. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, and still your women's tag team champions, the Unholy Union. For a 68, thanks to Dakota Kai. Oh, this night's really turned around for... You think a couple weeks ago, Connell, versus now, you know, it's really turned around. You know, Sky beat Natalya, Dakota Kai's just beat the hell out of Liv Morgan with a steel chair. I don't know what more I could... how much more I could cater the show towards you. 68, 49 for the crowd, 56 for the wrestling, 65 Liv, 58 Raquel, 56 Alba, 45 Isla. Happy with that. Unholy Union keep the belts. And Dakota Kai looks very happy. And Liv Morgan looks very, very upset. But still your tag champs. Unholy Union. I'm still figuring out what to do with them booking-wise. But they're making defences of their titles, so I can't complain about it too much. Speaking of tag title matches, though, we go to the Creed brothers. Talking about what happened earlier tonight. And they said they couldn't stand to watch a tag championship match get handed to the old timers like that. When the younger, the young up and coming superstars, the Creed brothers, dominated down in NXT, dominated on Raw, nothing. Well, guess what? They're not winning rounds in line anymore. So New Day, get back to the retirement home, masked magic, and kiss your titles goodbye. Because the Creed brothers and Team Gable are coming to take them. For 49. Happy with that. Dragon Lee was held back by the language barrier. You were off screen, mate. You could have just not spoke Spanish loudly. Oh, Dragon Lee. Saddest part is, he doesn't understand what I'm saying to him right now. It's just they're like, see. Ray, translate, will you? As we go to the ring, oh God. I book things and then I've got to do them. We go to the ring to Dirty Daddy Dommy Mysterio. Calling out Tom Hardy. How dare you? How dare you get into your Judgment Day's business? Waltzing around in a WWE ring. You don't go here, bitch. So get out here right now so I can kick your ass. Give you a Neo Judgment Day style ass whooping. And out comes Tom Hardy, star of upcoming smash hit movie Venom: The Last Dance, the third movie in the Venom saga. Still can't believe the things I book sometimes. Tom Hardy getting in the ring. Man, a few words. You want to go? Let's go. Dom ready. As a sneak attack from Finn Balor and JD. All three men attacking Tom Hardy. He's trying to fight him off, but it's 3-on-1 until it is. And out comes R-Truth and his Venom-free co-star, The Miz. Steel chair. No, mix it up. Kendo sticks. Black and white, kind of Venom-covered, Venom-branded kendo sticks. What is this show? Venom-branded kendo sticks. They rush out and they make the save for a 71. Neo Judgment, they go running up the ramp, licking their wounds, skin a bit redder, as Tom Hardy picks up the mic. And he says, you want to go? I can't do a Tom Hardy impression. I can't imagine what he sounds like right now for some reason. I could do a Bane impression, but I don't think that's going to get the point across quite right. He gets the mic. And he says, Dom, you want to go? Judgment Day, Neo Judgment Day, whatever. You want to bitch and complain and moan. Well, there's 3 of you, and there's 3 of us. So if you want to go, then bitch, we'll see you in Berlin. Yeah, for a 71, hell yeah. Bash at Berlin, 6-man tag. Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough of Neo Judgment Day take on the Awesome Truth and Tom Hardy. I'm 15 episodes into the series, and I'm booking Tom Hardy in a match. Oh, this is so funny to me. Oh, the crazy thing is, if I'm doing this 15 episodes in, what the hell am I going to be doing in 100 episodes? I can't wait to see myself. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. I hope you guys are too. Subscribe. Make sure you don't miss a thing. Tom Hardy's in action at Bash at Berlin. Tom Hardy's teaming with R-Truth. This is so funny to me. Oh no, I'm doing it. Women's Intercontinental. Let's get back to the actual wrestling, shall we? Asuka and Lyra Valkyria. Io Sky's at ringside to watch what woman she's going to be facing for that title at Bash at Berlin. I've told them to steal the show. It's Asuka and Lyra Valkyria. I'm sure they will. It's hard-hitting. Both women want this. Asuka, the more experienced. Lyra, the younger, the quicker, the more agile, perhaps. In the end, Asuka locks in a chokehold. Yeah. I'm trying to think. The Asuka lock. Well, she's trying to get the Asuka lock on Lyra. Lyra's wiggling and, trying to stop out of it. She manages to get over to the ropes and she kind of propels herself off them, rolling up Asuka for a 1 and a 2. Asuka having to let go of Lyra to break the pin. Lyra to her feet. Asuka trying to get back to her feet as Lyra hits a stiff kick to Asuka, like stiff by Asuka standards even. And then another one to get her down. Top rope. Frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Lyra Valkyria, who got a 39. Oh, that's disappointing. Asuka and Lyra don't click, which sucks. Hopefully her and Io do. 56 for Asuka, 62, you know. It is what it is, I guess. If they don't click, they don't click. But yes, Lyra Valkyria gets a big win against Asuka, and it will be Lyra Valkyria taking on Io Sky to crown the inaugural women's Intercontinental Champion. Banger. Can't wait. Can't wait. That is going to be a banger matchup. After the match, Io gets in the ring, and her and Lyra stare down. They competed. They fought each other a little bit ago, like a month or so ago in the series. And they tore it down, and Io got the win. If she does that again, she's leaving Women's Intercontinental Champion. But will Lyra be able to learn from that defeat? Go away, prepare herself, and in a little under 2 weeks' time, win that Women's Intercontinental title. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts. You know, Bash and Berlin's filling up. I want to hear who you think is going to win. Io versus Lyra. Who you think is going to win? The Judgment Day versus The Awesome Truth and Tom Hardy. You know, I just want all the information, honestly, on this ridiculousness I'm booking. I just need confirmation that I'm not going through like a single psychotic episode. I need to know at least a shared one between all of us. As we go backstage, this is a very damage control show right now, to Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai says, after, a few weeks back, after what Liv and Raquel did, she was pissed. But she took a minute, she took a second, and she realized, okay, I'm not going to be the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. That just gives me more time to come straight for you, bitch. And that Women's World Championship. So here's what's going to happen. Next week, Raquel. It's been a while, but I still remember how to kick your ass. So next week, I'm going to do just that. And then Bash at Berlin, Liv. You bottlehead blonde bitch. I'm taking that title off you. For a 62. Things really have turned around. Yeah, Dakota Kai's coming for Liv Morgan's World title. But first, next week, she's taking on Raquel Rodriguez, her former partner. Here we go. And here we go indeed. Main event time. Let's find out even more information at Bash at Berlin. We're getting all the info on it. Because it's main event, Yeet Jey Uso against the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne in the Intercontinental Championship contenders match. Bron Breakker doesn't come out. He's got far better things to be doing. The big dog. Woof woof. And Jey and Pete, I've told them to steal the show. We let them go at it. Jay's got the crowd behind him. Pete is trying to slow things down and hurt Jey. He's trying to, he's going for the legs. He knows about Jay's super kicks. So he's going for the fingers, but he's going for the legs. He said about the fingers earlier, maybe that was just like getting his mind. So Jay's trying to protect the fingers, leaving the legs a bit more vulnerable for Pete to go for. Because Pete knows, take out the legs, take out the super kick, you take out the frog splash, super splash if he can't get to the top rope. Pete's going for a blinder here, honestly. And yeah, they just throwing everything at it. Both coming close. In the end, Jey Uso, injured, hurt leg and all, goes for a super kick on Pete, but Pete ducks down as Jey super kicks the referee down. And Pete Dunne hitting a low blow onto Jey Uso. Jey, injured legs, injured groin, not looking too good. Before he can drop down, though, Pete grabs a hold of him and gets him in position for the bitter end. As suddenly, sliding into the ring with a big brogue kick for Pete Dunne is Sheamus. Massive brogue kick, the crowd going wild. Jey drops to the floor and kind of slides out the way a little bit, rolls out the way a little bit. As Sheamus in the ring looks down at Pete Dunne. He's looking very red right now, Sheamus. He's looking angry. As Sheamus into the corner, waiting and waiting. Pete Dunne groggily gets back to his feet. A second brogue kick from Sheamus. Before Sheamus, big scream, out the ring. Jey Uso, groggily, quite slowly, but he just got hit by 2 brogue kicks, so you got a minute, to the top rope. Uso splash to Pete. The referee comes over. 1, 2. 2, 3. Your winner, and head into Basha Berlin to fight for the Intercontinental title, Yeet, main event Jey Uso. For a 76, happy with that, you know. I'm giving different divisions a chance in the main events, and they're showing up a little bit at least, which we love. Can't complain. P got a 71, 67J, pretty evenly matched. And yeah, a banger Yeet creative finish was a success. Sheamus brings the banger, Jey brings the Yeet, obviously. Crowd's buzzing. That's how you want to go home, isn't it? End of the day. After the match, Pete rolls out the ring looking pissed, but that's just Pete's face, I think. Sheamus going through the crowd, his adoring fans, you know, patting on the back fella. Sheamus going up kind of the steps of one of the sides, and then, you know, fans swarming on the other side. He does the, you know, fella, arms wide. In the ring, Jey, you know, arm raised, struggling to stand a little bit, but, you know, best he can, getting up onto one of the corners and hyping up the fans. So Sheamus, after Sheamus is hyped up, they're very hyped up to end the show, aren't they? They are buzzing. Slides into the ring behind him without him noticing. Bron Breakker throws the Intercontinental down, sets up in the corner, rushes over at Jey for a big spear. Super kick by Jey Uso. An instinct, if nothing else. Manages to get his leg up in time. Super kicks Bron Breakker. He's groggy. Jey kind of has to turn himself to use the other leg because he can't use that one again that quickly. Super kick. Bron Breakker's down. Rolls out the ring. Jey Uso in the ring. Crowd big cheers. Jey looks over the Intercontinental title. Big smile on his face. Yeet. Goes over, picks it up. Into the corner. Jey, Intercontinental title. In one hand, holding the Intercontinental in the air. The other hand, getting the crowd bouncing. Big finish for a 68. Good show. I'm happy with that. Overall, it gets us a 76. Didn't result in any popularity changes. We have limited viewers, but we will fix that over time. And a good show overall. Basha Berlin's really taking shape. I think almost every match is announced. I think maybe just one isn't, but you can probably guess what that match is going to be. So in the end, does that matter? No, I think a couple aren't, but you can, at this stage, you know what they're going to be, I think, which is what matters. What really matters is what you thought. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. I'm really enjoying booking Raw. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you're enjoying it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions for Basha Berlin. Card's really taken shape, so I'd love to hear how you think that show's going to go. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, comment down below. Like I said, leave a like if you have enjoyed, and I hope you have, and subscribe for more so you don't miss a thing. We got the Go Home show for SmackDown next episode. Then it's Unforgiven. Then it's the Go Home show for Raw heading into Basha Berlin. Then we've got the post SmackDown from Unforgiven, and then we have Basha Berlin. So we are full out the next few episodes with a lot going on both Raw and SmackDown. And you're not going to miss anything, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So yeah, subscribe, leave a like, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And as always, I just want to tell you a very special thank you for watching.